To the regular meeting of the Putnam County Legislature for October the 7th, 2025. Please rise for this pledge of allegiance and I'll ask the legislator Elmer to lead us, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing and I'll ask the legislator Elmer once again to lead us with the legislative prayer.
We gather to make decisions for our community. May we use only our best skills and judgment, keeping ourselves impartial and neutral as we consider the merits and pitfalls of each matter that is placed before us, and always act in accordance with what is best for our community and fellow citizens. Amen.
Okay, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
District 1, Legislator Montgomery. Here. District 2, Legislator Woolman.
Present.
District 3, Legislator Adenizio.
Present.
District 4, Legislator Russo.
Present.
District 5, Legislator Elner.
Here.
District 6, Legislator Yonke.
Present.
District 7, Legislator Birmingham.
Here.
District 9, Legislator Crowley.
Present.
District 8, Legislator Sage.
Present. Okay, we have before us this evening several proclamations. I'll begin by calling on Legislator Adenizio in honoring Putnam County Sheriff Kevin J. McConville.
Unfortunately, the McConville family are unable to be here this evening, but I'm going to read this for them and we'll be mailing them copies so everyone knows. Whereas, in his capacity as sheriff, Kevin McConville served the county of Putnam with integrity, dedication, and compassion. Whereas a lifelong resident of Cold Spring, Kevin McConville cherished the community where he was raised. He and his wife Janice settled in the house he grew up in to raise their 3 children. His generational ties to Cold Spring and Putnam County ignited his determination to contribute to the place he loved and respected so much. Serving as sheriff gave him the opportunity to apply his comprehensive background and expertise in law enforcement within the county he cared for. Sheriff McConville worked tirelessly to maintain and enhance public and school safety for his fellow residents of Putnam County. His more than 30-year career with the Metropolitan Transportation Authority Police Department provided him with extensive experience in the field of law enforcement, as he seized every opportunity to serve in various capacities and departments, ultimately retiring as chief. Kevin McConville was truly a pillar of this community, a youth sports coach. He was personally invested in the success of our youngest generation. He was also a member of multiple local organizations, providing his time and assistance where he could for the overall enhancement of Putnam County. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Putnam County Executive and the Putnam County Legislature hereby thank Sheriff Kevin McConville for his sincere dedication to Putnam County. We honor his diligent service to his fellow residents. May he rest in peace.
Thank you, Legislator Anicio. Now I'd like to call on Legislator Crowley to recognize Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
I'm going to invite Piaget up from the Putnam Northern Westchester Resource Center, and John. Whereas domestic violence is an epidemic affecting individuals in every community, including Putnam County, regardless of age, economic status, sexual orientation, gender, race, religion, or nationality. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men are victims of some form of physical violence by an intimate partner. And in 2024, the Putnam County Northern Westchester Women's Resource Center answered 560 hotline calls from victims. Women's Resource staff accompanied 40 victims to the Putnam County Sheriff's Court, District Attorney, and Probation. Since its opening in 2022, the Special Victims Unit, a joint project of the Women's Resource Center and Putnam County Sheriff's Firm, has so far provided safe space for more than 55 adult victims to meet with law enforcement and victim advocates following domestic violence or sexual assault incident. Whereas the Women's Resource Center, Putnam County Department of Probation, Sheriff's Department, District Attorney, Child Advocacy Center, and Department of Social Services work tirelessly together to end domestic violence. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the Putnam County Executive and the Putnam County Legislature do hereby proclaim October 2025 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Putnam County. Thank you for all you do. You know this is home for me. I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and as we talked about, it's very important to have resources like you and to keep up with all the lobbying that you do with our state and different partners that we have to continue to make sure it's talked about, continue that we provide awareness and have laws that are evolved, because the bruises are not only on the outside, they continue on professionally. So thank you so much.
Thank you. On behalf of our Board of Directors and staff, we're honored to accept this proclamation. I'm really honored to be a member of this community. I know firsthand how members of this legislature have supported the Women's Resource Center and have stood up for victims who cannot speak for themselves. And it really takes the full breadth of our community to combat domestic violence. There are many people who think that domestic violence is not present in our community, but it happens behind closed doors, and we're working tirelessly to make sure that members in our community are safe, and those who are at risk have the safety net to support them, and that we are the refuge and the hope for those who are hopeless and seeking hope. So thank you for your support, Councilwoman as well. Thank you for your support. Thank you all for working with us. We have made progress in our movement, but there's much further for us to go. And in the months and years to come, we will continue to rely on the support of our full community to combat this together, because this is something that is in all our best interests. So thank you for your continued support.
I think he said it all. And the probation department will continue to support the efforts of the Women's Center and to provide a resource for women who need assistance in accessing the court and supervising offenders also who commit domestic violence.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now I'll call on Legislator Russo, who will have a proclamation for National Fire Prevention Week, October 5th through the 11th, 2025.
Okay, this proclamation is for National Fire Prevention Week. Putnam County is committed to ensuring safety and security of all those living and visiting our community. Fire is a serious public safety concern both locally and nationally. And the homes are the location where people are at the greatest risk from fire. The majority of fire deaths in North America happen at home, where people often feel safe. Fire Prevention Week 2025 works to educate everyone about simple but important actions that could take to keeping themselves and those around them safe from fire, including installing and maintaining working smoke alarms in every bedroom, outside each separate sleeping area, and on every level of the home. Creating and practicing a home fire escape plan. Staying alert while cooking and never leave stovetops unattended. Be it resolved that the Putnam County Executive and the Putnam County Legislature do hereby proclaim the week of October 5th through the 11th, 2025 as National Fire Prevention Week in the County of Putnam, and remind the citizens to make sure to install and test your smoke alarms in your home. Thank you.
And I'd like to recognize Legislator Birmingham for a proclamation for National Substance Use Prevention Month.
I invite the folks from our Department of Mental Health and also the Prevention Council of Putnam. This is a proclamation proclaiming October 2025 as National Substance Use Disorder Month, Prevention Month in Putnam County. It's unfortunate to say Putnam County is like a lot of counties throughout this nation, if not all of them, where we have our youth that are negatively impacted by substance use disorder. And of course, those impacts can affect their academic performance, of course, affects their health, and of course, affects their families and those who love them. Thankfully, here in Putnam County, we have a group who day in and day out help fight that, and that is our Putnam County Department of Mental Health and the Prevention Council in Putnam. We've got a proclamation here, again, like I said, designating October 2025 as National Substance Abuse Prevention Month. And I'm going to read the whole thing, but there's a lot of good information in there, a lot of information we need to know. But I will read the result clause that the Putnam County Executive and the Putnam County Legislature do hereby proclaim October 2025 as Substance Use Prevention Month. The Putnam County Department of Mental Health, Prevention Council of Putnam County, Cove Care Center, and all substance use support services in Putnam County encourage all residents to increase their awareness of substance use disorder, the dangers of substance use disorder, and the success of evidence-based prevention programs, and to actively support and encourage referrals to services. So this is on behalf of the county executive and my colleagues on the legislature. And first of all, I'd like to thank you guys for everything you do. I hate to say it, but I think just about everybody's family can be affected by this. And so you guys are really helping not only those who need the help, but also those who love it. If you guys would like to say anything, we'd love to hear it.
I just want to thank Kristen McConville from the Prevention Council, and I just want to thank the county executive and the legislature for recognizing this important awareness month. So I could talk a lot about this, but you said a lot of really good points. So I have 3 points that I wanted to make, that just reminders, because I have the floor for 60 seconds to raise awareness about why this is so important. So the main thing that we do at the Prevention Council is delay the onset of use. We try to assist people to prevent the progression of use, and we also work to reduce the harms of use. The really important reason why we delay the onset of use is because if you can early on disrupt the development of your brain when you use substances. So by delaying the onset of use, you're reducing the likelihood of developing other issues, and you're increasing your ability for your brain to develop healthy coping skills and executive functioning skills. So the more that we can delay the onset of use, the better off we are long term. And raising awareness about this just helps us to talk about it. It's not always an easy topic like you talked about. It's a prevalent issue, but giving us the opportunity to bring this up in our community and remind everybody that substance use prevention saves lives and it makes our communities healthier and safer. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to agenda item number 4, is correspondence from the county auditor. There was no activity during the reporting period.
Madam Chair, can I just comment on that? Every month we say that. But what we mean by that is we don't want everybody to think that the county auditor's department had no activity at all. But this is just a, Michelle, it's just the assessment review for any redemptions of taxes. I just want to put that out there. I hear it every month, going back 20 years, and I want to give them credit. It doesn't mean they're not doing anything.
Thank you, Chair. So before we get into our pre-filed resolutions, I would like to make a motion to go out of order and address the other business items first. Agenda items 6A and 6B. I'll make a motion to go out of order.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so we're going to address 6A and 6B. The agenda. All right, I would like to make a motion to accept the other business for the discussion items 6A, litigation matter.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I'll also make a motion to accept agenda for discussion for agenda items B, budgetary amendment related to litigation matter.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, so just letting everyone know, this is a litigation settlement matter. If executive session is required, we'll have to leave the room.
Madam Chair, could I make a motion to go into executive session to discuss litigation matters with our counsel?
Litigation item 6A. I will second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, bye-bye.
Is next Tuesday audit?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, what's the date?
Tuesday is a week from today, so 14.
14. I'd like to make a motion to leave executive session. All those in favor?
Aye.
No action was taken during the executive session.
Chairwoman Sage, I would like to make a motion to table items 6A and 6B to next Tuesday, October the 14th, at 5:30 p.m. for a special full meeting of the legislature.
Second.
Roll call vote. To table.
And to hold a special meeting. because
And to hold special, you made the motion to, yeah. Roll call vote to table to special.
Legislator Adamizio?
Yes.
Legislator Birmingham?
Yes.
Legislator Crowley?
Yes.
Legislator Elner?
Yes.
Legislator Bullman?
Yeah.
Legislator Yonke?
Yes.
Legislator Montgomery?
Yes.
Legislator Russo?
Yes.
Chairwoman Sage?
Yes. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, moving on to our pre-filed resolutions, I'd like to call on Legislator Adamizio from the Health, Social, Educational, and Environmental Committee.
Thank you, Chairman Sage. On behalf of Legislators Elner and Russo, I move to approve 5A as a budgetary amendment for social services. This is for the New York State Rental Supplement Program. This allocation provides vital rental assistance to individuals and families regardless of immigration status who are experiencing homelessness or facing an imminent loss of housing. This is for $100,000 with a zero fiscal impact.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
5B is approval, social services. This is for a family-centered case management grant. This is also a zero fiscal impact. This would be an amount of $165,385.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
5C is approval for a budgetary amendment in the health department for the JUUL labs settlement disbursement. This is in the amount of $191,650 with a zero fiscal impact.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to 5D, which is the approval of a budgetary amendment to social services. This is the 2024 opioid settlement award of $37,542. Zero fiscal impact.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And I'd like to call on the Chair of the Rules, Enactments, and Intergovernmental Relations Committee, Legislator Birmingham.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We have 4 items before the legislature tonight on behalf of myself and Legislators Feldman and Putnam. I'd like to move item 5E, Budgetary Amendment for the Veteran Service Agency Peer-to-Peer Program. It's in the amount of $4,038. It's a zero fiscal impact.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye. Item 5F, it's another budgetary transfer this time. Outside agency, Hudson Valley Shakespeare County Contribution Subcontingency. Madam Chair, this is moving the remaining $2,900 out of subcontingency to go to Hudson Valley Shakespeare Festival. This was approved by the committee and was also put before the committee on behalf of Legislator Montgomery, who's been advocating for this. So on behalf of the committee, I'd like to move it.
Thank you. Discussion.
For the same reasons that I voted against the other 2 agencies last month. They were outside agencies that hadn't come before. I'm going to vote no. It's not a knock on the Shakespeare, but I'm going to vote no for the same reason, just for consistency.
Thank you. Anyone else? Roll call vote, please.
Legislator Adenizio?
Yes.
Legislator Birmingham?
Yes.
Legislator Crowley? Yes. Legislator Elmer?
Yes.
Legislator Bullman?
Yes.
Legislator Yonke?
No.
Legislator Montgomery?
Yes.
Legislator Russo?
Yes.
Legislator Sage?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Madam Chair, with respect to item 5H, I would ask my fellow committee member, Greg Elmer, Legislator Elmer, would you mind moving this item? I'm going to have to abstain from this.
G.
5G. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, 5G, my mistake. With that. Yes, this is, I apologize, approval appointment of Putnam County Board of Electrical Examiners, just to appoint Thomas Moschio of the Town of Carmel to serve a 3-year term, and the applicant would like to move that. Sorry about that.
Thank you, Mr. Birmingham. Discussion. Just like to thank Mr. Moschio for his volunteerism to serve on this board. All those in favor?
Aye.
Now, Madam Chair, I apologize for getting ahead of myself. Item 5H, I'm going to have to abstain from that because it's my firm in a small way represents one of the parties to this IMA. So I'd like to ask my fellow committee member, Mr. Elmer, if you would like moving.
Thank you, Chairman Sage, Chairman Birmingham. Item 5H is authorization for an intermunicipal agreement with Westchester County to organize and implement activities under the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, WIOA. This was discussed and passed in the rules meeting.
Thank you. Discussion. Roll call vote, please.
Legislator Adenizio?
Yes.
Legislator Birmingham?
Abstaining for the reasons given.
Legislator Crowley?
Yes.
Legislator Elmer?
Yes.
Legislator Bullman?
Yes.
Legislator Yonke?
Yes.
Legislator Montgomery?
Yes.
Legislator Russo?
Yes.
Chairwoman Sage?
Yes.
Motion carries.
That's all we have from the Rules Committee. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Now I'd like to call on the Chair of the Personnel Committee, Legislator Yonke.
Thank you, Chairwoman Sage. On behalf of legislators Adenizio, Goldman, and myself, I'd like to move forward with item 5I, which is the approval of a fund transfer in the Health Department. It's for health education overtime in the amount of $5,000.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 5J is the approval of a fund transfer in the Health Department for nursing overtime in the amount of $20,000.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 5K is the approval of a budgetary transfer. Social services is for overtime and on-call budget lines per ratification of the CSEA contract resolution number 73 of 2025. It's in the amount of $75,700 with a fiscal impact this year of $75,700.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 5L is the approval of a budgetary transfer for finance, payout, accruals, and unemployment insurance. It's in the amount of $134,362.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 5N is the approval of a fund transfer, emergency services overtime in the amount of $90,000.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 5N is the approval of a fund transfer in the Health Department for temporary help. It's in the amount of $6,410, no fiscal impact.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 5O is the approval of a fund transfer in the Sheriff's Office. It's a reclassification in the Civil Division, Office Assistant to Principal Accountant Clerk. It's in the amount of $12,128.
Discussion. All in favor? Oh, I'm sorry.
I have to, sorry, I bet you're gonna call.
Oh,
I have to abstain due to my husband working in this part.
Okay. So we'll ask for a roll call
Legislator Adenizio,
Yes.
Legislator Birmingham,
Yes.
Legislator Crowley,
Abstain for the reasons mentioned.
Legislator Elner,
Yes.
Legislator Goldman,
Yes.
Legislator Yonke,
Yes.
Legislator Montgomery,
Yes.
Legislator Russo,
Yes.
Chairwoman Sage.
vote. Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 5P is the approval to amend the policy for nursing mothers, New York State Labor Law, Section 206C. This is a change to our personnel policy. Discuss the personnel.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Item 5Q is the approval of the confirmation of the appointment for the Commissioner of Finance. This is to appoint William J. Carlin as our Commissioner of Finance.
Discussion. I would just like to thank Commissioner Carlin for stepping in to help the county during this time while we look for a permanent Commissioner of Finance. Thank you for all your years of experience. Thank you for bringing that to our budget period. That I will, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next, I would like to call on Protective Services Chair, Legislator Yonke.
Thank you, Chairwoman Sage. On behalf of legislators Adenizio, Birmingham, and myself, I'd like to move forward item 5R. It's the approval of the budgetary amendment in the Sheriff's Office. It's for insurance recovery in the amount of $13,645, no fiscal impact.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Items 5S, approval of budgetary amendment for emergency services, fire training center. This is in the amount of $3,145, no fiscal impact.
Discussion. All in favor?
Item 5T is the approval of a budgetary amendment in the Sheriff's Office, insurance recoveries in the amount of $977.55.
Discussion.
Madam Chair, I have to recuse myself on this as well for the same reasons as before.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Legislator Agnasio,
Yes.
Legislator Birmingham,
Yes.
Legislator Crowley,
Recuse for the reasons stated before.
Legislator Elmer,
Yes.
Legislator Woolman,
Yes.
Legislator Yonke,
Yes.
Legislator Montgomery,
Yes.
Legislator Russo,
Yes.
Chairwoman Sage.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 5U, approval of a budgetary amendment for emergency services hazard mitigation grant program. It's in the amount of $112,500. No fiscal impact.
Discussion.
I'd just like to make a comment. I do hope once we get the ball rolling with this, that all of our communities participate in a robust manner. This is a really important plan that we need as a county to recover from the many hazards that we suffer, especially with the storms that we've been getting. And we can't get reimbursed from FEMA unless we have a hazard mitigation plan, and every municipality needs to submit their information in order to make it work. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this unfolds.
Thank you. Anyone else? Just make a note here, this is a $112,500 grant. There is a 25% match on this that will be utilizing in-kind services, so it will not have any fiscal impact on the county. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 5B is the approval of budgetary amendment for the Sheriff's Office. New York State Stop DWI Foundation, Inc., drug recognition expert callouts overtime. It's in the amount of $4,049.96. Zero fiscal impact.
Discussion. Legislator Crowley.
I just want to say I'm glad that we have now 2 DRAs for the Sheriff's Department. It's important for us to have them, and it'll stop with having to put all of this on one person, so.
Thank you. Anyone else? All those in favor?
Aye. Item 5W is the approval of budgetary amendment for the Sheriff's Office, New York State Sheriff's Association. It's BCI overtime reimbursement. It's in the amount of $632.52. Zero fiscal impact.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 5X is the approval of the continuation of the Community Engagement and Police Advisory Board, we know it as CPAB. This is to continue on to December 31st, 2026. Great organization.
Thank you. Discussion. I just have to thank Scott Rhodes, Ron Reed, for all their work, the Sheriff's Department, and all the good work that they've done, and I look forward to working with them in the future. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Legislator Yonke. Now I'd like to call on Chair of the Fiscal Services Committee, Legislator Elmer.
Thank you, Chairwoman Sage. On behalf of Legislators Crowley and Yonke, we have a few items. First one is item 5Y, approval for budgetary amendment for Planning Department. It is incoming funds from NYMTC and associated transfer to the Capital Fund. Total is $287,461 of federal aid. So we had an increase of $137,461 to our capital fund in 2025, zero fiscal impact in 2026.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye. Item 5Z has to do with the MOU for Terryville Road, Route 311. There's been some questions, so I would suggest that we go into a brief executive session.
Are you making a motion?
I make a motion.
For a second.
We have to state a reason. I'd like to know that if your motion is to go into executive session to consult with legal counsel, I'll second that.
It is due to the confidential nature of what has been
stand on this.
I'll second.
Roll call vote, please.
Legislator Adamizio?
Yes.
Legislator Birmingham?
Yes.
Legislator Crowley?
Yes.
Legislator Elner?
Yes.
Legislator Coolman?
Yes.
Legislator Yonke?
Yes.
Legislator Montgomery?
Yes.
Legislator Russo?
Yes.
Chairwoman Sage?
Yes.
Ask with your permission.
I told Dan you said to not go to these executive sessions.
Dan?
I think the rule is if you go to a third one, you have to give us a tax.
Yeah.
Really?
If that's the case,
She runs the tax ship.
Third time's the charm.
I would like to make a motion to reconsider.
I second it.
Thank you for your patience once again. I'd like to make a motion to exit. Executive session. All those in favor?
Aye. Okay, thank you. Continuing with 5Z and discussions here. Just so the public knows, what we're talking about is improvements to Route 311 and Terry Hill Road intersection. We were talking about the widening of 311 Terry Hill Road, Terry Hill North, installation of a traffic signal in traditional soft costs, DOT permits, etc., construction and inspections. Now, there are some things which are stamped confidential, and we'd like to lift confidentiality on this. So I'm making a motion that we table this until the next special full when the confidentiality will be lifted, and that will be on October 7th at 5:30, correct?
14th.
October 14th. Thank you, next Tuesday.
I will second that with a request to the law department to let us know, this was not on, one of the big problems I had with this, if anybody took a look at our website today, item 5Z just had a heading, it did not have any backup. There was nothing on the website, that the resolution itself wasn't even on the website. So I'll second that with the request that our law department give us the maximum amount of information in this packet that can be put on our website.
And publish.
And publish and free for the public to see, because I think it's important that all of our resolutions be in front of the public, particularly those that involve public safety, of course, but also the taking of land.
No problem.
Thank you.
Okay, with that, I will ask for a roll call vote to table this until the special full on Tuesday, October the 14th.
Legislator Adamizio?
Yes.
Legislator Birmingham?
Yes.
Legislator Crowley?
Yes.
Legislator Elner?
Yes.
Legislator Woolman?
Yes.
Legislator Yonke?
Yes.
Legislator Montgomery?
Yes.
Legislator Russo?
Yes.
Chairwoman Sage?
Yes.
Motion carries.
5A is approval of a budgetary amendment for DPW Empire State Development Grant for Terry Hill Road improvements. No fiscal impact 2025 and 2026.
I think I would like to make a motion to table this for the same reasons as we did the previous
Second.
5Z. All those in favor?
Aye. 5BB is approval of budgetary amendment for soil and water conservation district. This is to fund the Cornell Cooperative Extension seedling sales. It is coming from Part C funds. The amount is $8,000 and there's no fiscal impact.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye. 5CC is approval to ratify the 2025 real property tax sale.
Discussion.
Good job with the finance department on this, I'd like to say. This is, I know in the last couple of years we've been putting a lot more properties back on tax rolls, and I know that takes a lot of work for your department. So thank you for that.
Anyone else? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item D is to approve the acceptance of an amendment B for 2024-2025. I don't want to say that word, SNOW, and its agreement with their state.
Four-letter word.
That's correct.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
5E is approval to apply for New York State Roadway Departure Safety Action Plan, acronym RWDSAP, a local call for projects for federal safety highway improvements.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye. And finally, the Fiscal Services Committee, 5FF is approval for use of capital facility reserve so we can replace a walk-in cooler at the Putnam County Golf Course. The project cost is not to exceed $50,000.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
I vote no.
I don't know. Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chairman.
All right, moving on to the Audit and Administration Committee. On behalf of myself, Legislator Birmingham, and Legislator Crowley, I'd like to bring forward Item 5GG. This is an approval for budgetary amendment for the Sheriff's Office for youth overtime. This is in the amount of $58,092. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
And item 5HH. This is an approval for the county clerk for overtime, furniture and fixtures. This is in the amount of $18,500. That will be coming out of DMV fees and put into overtime and furniture and fixtures. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
5II, this is an approval for budgetary amendment for social services for mental health state aid. This is the amount of $83,787. This is money coming from the state to support our mental health programs in Putnam County. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
5JJ is an approval for budgetary amendment for DPW for overtime. This is an amount of $30,000, $30,000 from road machinery, going to general fund, zero fiscal impact. Several transfers. Zero fiscal impact. DPW for overtime. Thank you for the good work. Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Agenda item 6KK. This is an approval for our resolution for Putnam County to provide the exemption from sales tax and compensating use taxes for receipts from retail sales and consideration given or contracted to be given for certain clothing and footwear pursuant to the authority of Article 29 of the tax state law of the tax law of the state of New York. This allows Putnam County to provide tax relief, county sales tax for items purchased under $110. This is to be in effect until March 1st, 2026. Excuse me, it will take effect from March 1st, 2026 and last for 1 year, March 1st, 2027. Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
And item 6LL is an approval for an appointment for the Putnam County Plumbing and Mechanical Trustees Board. This is for a recommendation for appointment of Ferdy Guerra to the Plumbing and Mechanical Trades Board. I'd like to thank him for his volunteerism to serve on this board. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we already discussed our other business. I would like to,
I have other business.
consider Montgomery.
We have been getting lots of correspondence since February over the Soil and Water Conservation District and the appointments to that board. And while we're trying to figure out what to do, and I appreciate the input and the advice of council, we have many members of the public that have come out month after month concerned about this. We've had correspondence month after month regarding concern about this. And I think to make sure that we have continuity of a functioning soil and water conservation district board, I'd like to propose that we make an appointment of their recommendation. It was a recommendation taken from a list to appoint Crystal Stowell to the Soil and Water Conservation Board starting January 1st, 2026. That way there will be continuity. The gentleman who has announced that he is leaving once his term is up, his term will be up in December of 2025. We don't know what the makeup of the board will be. We have members that are on the board that are running for office. If they win, they can't serve on the Soil and Water Conservation Board. We have other members that, might not be able to serve on. So we will have no one on the Conservation Board, on the Soil and Water Conservation Board. So I would like to make a motion. We have a proposal, we have a resume, we have a biography, we have lots of input from concerned members of the Putnam Valley Grange. The member who is leaving in December is the appointed member of the Grange, or representative of the Grange, so he will no longer be with us as of January 1st, and so to make sure that we have a solid board, I would like to make a motion that we appoint Crystal Stowell.
It has to be and through council. If we're adding other business item, does it have to be, has to go through, be voted on other business, and it has to be unanimous?
Yes.
Since it's not a pre-filed
Yes, it
resolution.
is not pre-filed.
So to add an item to other business.
It has to be a supermajority.
Supermajority.
Yeah.
Okay, not, okay, supermajority,
It's
so it has
not
to be.
pre-filed, it has to be a supermajority.
Okay, so the first thing,
In item 5, it actually says unanimous, if it hasn't been
In the
pre-filed.
legislative manual, were you looking?
Yes.
yeah,
There
I think
was
Diane
some
said.
discrepancy that we had discovered researching it for anything that would be coming since I took over clerk, and we did find that. And we pointed it out to the rules chair, which will be corrected, but it was passed by resolution that they took away the requirement for unanimous.
Okay, so now it
Yeah.
wasn't.
This came up previously, so the
Yeah,
motion
so it's not pre-filed.
right, so it's
Okay.
Motion to accept the other business.
I didn't complete them.
In the approved draft I was sent, it is still listed.
The first thing we have to do is accept other business, and then we would discuss the item, so.
So I do know that I know that it's correct, because I looked into it. So
A supermajority.
Yeah.
To add
And I recall when this came up a couple months ago too.
Yeah.
So,
I'll leave it to you to make a motion for mine.
so I need to name the other business, correct? My motion to appoint Crystal Stowell to the Soil and
No,
Water.
you're just making a motion
I
to.
would like to make a motion to propose other business.
Second.
Okay,
All in favor?
roll call vote to accept other business.
Legislator Agnizio?
Yes.
Legislator Birmingham?
Yes.
Legislator Crowley?
Yes.
Legislator Eleanor?
Yes.
Legislator Bullman?
Yes.
Legislator Young?
Yes.
Legislator Montgomery?
Yes.
Legislator Russo?
Yes.
Chairwoman Sage?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Major. So
I'd
that
like to
discussion,
make a motion.
item, so what is your?
My motion is to appoint Crystal Stowell to the Soil and Water Conservation District Board, term to start January 1st, 2026.
Second.
Discussion on that
I have a question of council. I saw the back and forth.
Yeah.
Is there a vacancy
Not to my knowledge.
We can't fill, actually, it's not vacant.
Actually, as a board member, it's been on the video, the minutes have not been transcribed, but there is a vacancy effective December 31st, 2025. Mr. Vickery has said that he does not want to be reappointed.
Why can't this go through the committee?
Yeah, it's just because we won't have a committee meeting in January. We
No, committee meeting in November. Do they do it in November?
Because we've been shared with correspondence regarding this since February. Nobody's done anything about it, and I'm moving it
It
forward.
should be, my opinion, it should be advertised and it should go through a committee process. And I've watched emails, I've read them all, but I just don't think that it's something that should be put on as a.
If I may, Chairman, if I may, this is the position that this position is filled by the recommendation of the Grange. So it's not advertised to the public. It's a specific position. Dave Vickery is currently the representative of the Grange, and he will be stepping down. Therefore, we fill by the
Council says about that.
I would agree that for it to go to committee, because I would like to hear from Mr. Vickery, if we have it on the agenda, if he comes out and says, I'm not going to be there. I mean, I would like to give him the opportunity to speak on it as well, but Legislator Anizio.
Yeah, can it become effective December 31st? Because you're saying he's leaving, you're not going to push him out.
But we don't know that.
If you've watched the Soil and Water Conservation Board meetings, which I have, he did make a statement at the meeting that he would not be seeking another term. And my concern is to make sure there's continuity and no lapse in that active and very responsible members of the Soil and Water Conservation Board.
I agree with that, but I also don't legislate on that.
And if I'm out of respect to the public who is very concerned about this, out of respect to the Grange and out of respect to the members of the Soil and Water Conservation Board who have been trying to, get us to pay attention to this and address it since February, I'm moving it forward, just to get it done also.
Thank you so much, Chairman. I also just want to comment on this, that I know we have a lot going on, but in December, I believe their filings are due. And they have a lot to gather, and with the new board, I think you guys finally have a quorum, right? Which is a huge success for the first time in a long time, so you have a quorum. So they have filings to do and things to get done, and I want them to have people there that they need to get this done and get things moving and get things going on the right.
And we're losing 2 members, so we would be losing 2 members.
You could just,
Possibly.
So we have a motion on the floor.
I'll second it.
Is there further discussion? Further discussion? Legislator Allen.
As a member on the board, I think this is important that we take care of it because we really need continuity. It was so difficult first to fill the board and then to even get a chairman, and now the board is functioning. So I would encourage all of you to take this step because it will allow the board to continue, because I see that there's going to be some very good work going ahead.
Any further discussion? Legislator Russo.
As a member of the Soil and Water Board, I agree. We're finally moving along with stuff where it's been paused for so long, so I support it.
Okay, so
One more comment.
sure.
Having followed the meetings of the Soil and Water Conservation Board and have followed Mr. Vickery's service to this county, to the town of Phillipstown also for many years, this is by no means, this is wanting to keep the continuity of what he's established on the board, understanding from what he said at the meeting that he's not seeking, an extension of his term or renewing his term. So thank you for your service as well.
Very much so.
Absolutely.
Can I just
Legislator Monkey.
question? I was going to add a question for Heather just to speak. This is a Grange appointed position. Mr. Vickery was Grange.
He not Grange.
What?
Sorry.
Let's hear from the attorney.
The position for discussion is the fact that this position should have been in Grange, and that it's not, why there is a controversy.
Well, actually, that's not what I'm saying. There was some cloudiness about whether Mr. Vickery was the Grange appointment or not. Regardless of that, Mr. Vickery is the Grange representative to the Soil and Water Conservation Board. The New York State law requires that we have a member of the Grange represented on the Soil and Water Conservation
Which
Board.
was recently reinstituted. The Grange was inactive for a while, right?
No.
Well,
There was controversy over whether or not it constituted a county Grange, because we only have one,
Got it.
and they're in Putnam Valley.
Right, I remember seeing.
And so they got an opinion from New York State. New York State said, well, because you only have one, they are your county Grange. They basically explained to them that as a county Grange, you now are responsible for representing the whole county, and any, nominees and people you put up have to be representative of a cross-section. Otherwise, the legislature can request further nominees if they don't feel like you're representing the county in a fair cross-section. And so it's only recently that there was this statement from New York State specifying that the Putnam Valley Grange is the county Grange.
All right, that's clear. Okay, any further discussion before I go to the public? Because this is something that's anyone else? I'll ask the public if anyone has a comment on this agenda item. Please come, state your name. This time, should we die?
For full time.
Actually, my name is still here from yesterday, so. I don't have to do something.
You signed in when you walked in.
I'm not that bold, please.
You signed up when you walked
I
in.
did not
Go ahead.
describe an agenda. But I can sign twice if you want.
come on, Harold, and
Yeah, so real quick, and I'm actually just speaking as the vice chair and the treasurer of the Soil and Water Conservation District Board. And I appreciate everyone's, conversation on this and Legislator Montgomery for discussing it and all. And I actually, I appreciate Legislator Rocky's position too about potentially looking at committee in November. What was discussed is actually the case here is that in our most recent meeting, Mr. Vickery did say he was going to be stepping down, not seeking reappointment. He himself has expressed the need to make sure that the continuity that we have been able to get going and that momentum continues to move forward. It has been great to see the work done. You guys just voted on something tonight that we were able to move forward that had stalled last year, if you recall, the seeding sale. And Mr. Vickery has been a great asset to me as I'm only a couple months into this. And so we just want to make sure that we're able to continue what we're doing because we've finally gotten going. And we're finally being able to do good work for the taxpayer and the landowners of Putnam County and to hit another road bump because it could be 2 or 3 members off the board after following the November elections. And we already have a lot of work scheduled for November and December to do. And that's my only objection, Legislator Yonke, to your suggestion, which I think is a fair one. It's just that we have an incredible amount of work to do to now navigate the post-election situation.
Can I interrupt?
Yes, sir.
Your opinion is this candidate is the best qualified person for the job?
Yes, sir. We saw the same list everyone else saw, and there was a list, and then it was narrowed down by the range to a single person based on their qualifications. I should also add that this person has come to several soil and water meetings as a member of the public, so this isn't someone just popping out of the blue. They've been to meetings. Mr. Vickery has also spoken with them and been able to get a sense of her preparation for the work that needs to be done as well. So I just wanted to, just give my thoughts on that. I want to appreciate everyone's consideration for this. While I'm up here, I'll just also thank you for the seating sale, because that was going to be my other public comment. So thank you for that as well. Appreciate you all. Thanks.
Thank you. Anyone else would like to discuss this item in other business? Okay, if there's no further comments, I'll ask for a roll call vote, please.
Okay, let me just confirm, so the motion was made by Legislator Montgomery, seconded by
Second,
Legislator Crowley.
Yeah. And this is to accept the Grange number,
Crystal Stoll, effective January 1st, 2026.
2026.
Legislator Apizio.
Yes.
Legislator Birmingham.
Yes.
Legislator Crowley.
Yes.
Legislator Elner.
Yes.
Legislator Goulman.
Yes.
Legislator Yonke.
Yes.
Legislator Montgomery. Legislator Russo.
Yes.
Chairwoman Sage.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Montgomery. Moving on to recognition of public on agenda items. If anyone would like to discuss any of the agenda items that we have in front of us today, please state which agenda item you wish to speak on. Okay. I will move on to recognition of legislators. Is there any legislator who would like to be recognized at this time?
I just have a comment.
Say no comment.
I just want to say going into budget season and after tonight, and I really appreciate the level of deliberation and the, I won't call collaboration, that's a dangerous thing for Republicans and Democrats, but it is, and I do really appreciate the level of civil discourse and deliberation we've been achieving of late. So thank you. Collegiality.
I agree.
I agree as well. Anyone else? Legislator Allen.
This is my last participation in a budget, and I just want to thank all my colleagues for all their help and input, their guidance from the very first one to this final, and it takes a tremendous amount of time to go through everything, make comparison, and come up with proper set-up budget. To all of you, I appreciate all your help over the years, and I will miss you.
Anyone else? Legislator Russo.
This is gonna be my first budget season, so I'm looking forward to it. And guidance from all of you, as well as everybody that puts all the time and effort into it. The one reason I wanted to speak today was earlier this week, I attended the suicide walk, suicide prevention walk outside the county building, which was very well attended. And I thank everybody that participated and brought forth all the documentation. I did grab cards that people can grab, and if anybody, you or someone you know, needs help or someone to talk to, it's a text or a phone call to 988. And sadly, I've had a couple of issues with that, with friends and family over the past month or so, so it is a quick phone call, and there are people out there to help you. The other thing I wanted to say, earlier this month, I attended the NYSEC conference, which is the New York State Association of Counties, and I attended one of the public sessions, not knowing what the agenda was, and after a brief introduction of all the members there, I want to get his name right, the Honorable Sheriff Juan Figueroa from Ulster County asked everybody to take a moment of silence for Putnam County Sheriff Kevin McConville. So I was humbled and honored to be part of that, not knowing that the entire NYSEC conference that would be mentioned. So rest in peace, Sheriff, and thank you to the conference for that.
Thank you. Anyone else? Thank you everyone for their comments this evening. Mine's a little more lighthearted. This Sunday at the Civil Litigation statue, Rev 250 will be out there along with the Historians Department, and we were going to have a rally for Civil Litigation for the the redoing of the statue, to clean up the statue. We're trying to raise money and gain awareness. It's a beautiful statue that we need to take care of, and we'll be out there. There's information on the website, and we have flyers at every building. So please stop by Sunday at the Civil Litigation statute. And my final is just a wish for peace in the world, and make that start right here in Putnam County. With that, I will make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.